Picture this. You're in the recording booth, the script is ready, but technical glitches and miscommunications are dragging the session to a halt. The director's blood pressure hits the roof, their face turns tomato red, and steam is practically whistling out of their ears. To avoid becoming a director's worst nightmare, you need a systematic approach. This diagram shows our three-part pre-flight checklist, broken down into tech verification, business terms, and execution strategy. Before we deploy this checklist, you need a few prerequisites already in place. That means having your basic recording gear set up, a digital audio workstation installed, a stable connection software ready, a confirmed session contract in hand. By executing this checklist in chronological order, you replace the volatility of a live directed session with a predictable workflow. It protects your reputation behind the mic and ensures clients actually want to hire you again. Step 1 is tech verification. This means completely stress testing your entire digital environment before the client ever joins the call. You need to know your audio software inside and out. Practice executing precise punch-ins, clean punch-outs, and seamless audio playback until the muscle memory is automatic. Next, verify your connection stability. This network map shows an audio waveform leaving your local microphone, passing through an open router port to a remote server. This represents a successful test. You need this continuous green stream with zero clicks, latency, or dropouts. If you are actively trying to connect to a waiting client, it is entirely too late to figure out if your router ports are configured correctly. To safely catch these failures, schedule a mock session on a Saturday morning, or any time well before your actual booking. Reach out to your community. Use Facebook or Discord groups to recruit a fellow voice actor and ask them to run a quick 5-minute connection test with you. This peer test proves your entire digital signal chain is functioning under realistic conditions, allowing you to flush out all your technical mistakes without risking your professional standing. Eliminating technical friction before the session starts ensures your audio flows smoothly from minute 1. This builds immediate psychological trust with your director. With the tech verified, Step 2 moves us to business terms. Every contractual detail must be secured before you enter the booth and turn on the microphone. This graphic shows a standard voiceover contract. Pay attention to the 3 specific metrics highlighted here: scope of work, time in, and time out. You must have explicit written agreement on exactly what you are doing, when you start and finish prior to the session. Sometimes you will face high-pressure tactics, where a client sends the contract just 30 seconds before the session is supposed to begin. If that happens, stop the clock. Do not start recording. You must review the terms and handle any necessary negotiations offline, away from the live booth. This leads directly to an inflexible rule. Never discuss your rates or air your grievances while the live session is running. Bringing up money mid-session creates a highly uncomfortable silence. Half the people on the call likely have no context for your financial arrangements, and ambushing them alienates the room. Enforcing these boundaries before recording keeps business separate from creative work. It stops ego clashes early, allowing everyone to focus strictly on the performance. That brings us to our final pillar, execution strategy. Once the creative session begins, your job is to shift into a pure problem-solving mindset. Avoid the trap of diva syndrome. These are the actors who refuse constructive notes, complain about the script, and cross-examine the director like a hostile witness. Instead, expect the too many cooks scenario. You will find yourself in a virtual room with 13 corporate stakeholders, all giving you 13 conflicting ways to read the exact same line, just to justify their attendance. Your primary defense against this chaos is a technique called absorb and deliver. Ask clear, insightful questions to clarify what the client wants. Then, even if you personally disagree with their creative choices, give them the exact performance they asked for. When you receive terrible direction, look to this timer. It represents your contractual timeout established in Step 2, and it acts as your safety net. You continuously fulfill their requests and stumble around in the dark with them until that specific clock runs out. Your goal is simply to get the audio safely recorded and finalized within the scheduled window. Acting as a functional utility instead of the star of a one-person show neutralizes conflict. You shift the burden of creative success back to the client, and most importantly, you ensure that you get paid. Let's review the final state of our checklist. Your technology is operating flawlessly, your business terms are secured up front, and you execute direction without argument. For the director, this produces a massive sense of relief. You give them a stress-free environment where they capture the audio they need, completely keeping their blood pressure in check. Consistently delivering this predictable, smooth workflow solidifies your reputation. Clients will remember you as a reliable professional they can trust with their projects. To help you implement this system, check the video description below to download a physical, printable version of this pre-flight checklist. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more educational content. Absolute professional preparation ensures a sustainable voice acting career, so get your systems tight and go get behind the mic.